All right, what do you get when you cross? We're going to learn about factoring by completing a square. So we're going to start with number 5, which is w squared minus 8w equals 65. And what's interesting by completing a square is we don't want it in standard form. So what we're going to do is rewrite it a little differently. Minus 8w. We're going to put a big space before the equal sign, and then we're going to write that c term over there. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at that 8, and we're going to say, if I had half of 8, what would I have? So I'm going to say half of 8 is 4. That's 4. What's 4 to the second power? 16. I'm going to add 16, or half of 8 squared, to both sides. Because if I do it to one side, I'm going to do it to the other side. So what I just did was completed the square. So I took half the middle term and squared it. Okay? And because I added something to one side, I added it to the other. It's an equation after all. Okay? So I just wrote those extra things underneath so you could see what I was thinking while I did it. So now what I have is w squared minus 8w plus 16 equals whatever 65 plus 16 is, which is 81. So far, so good? W squared minus 8w plus 16 is a special factor, isn't it? Because if you put it in the box and the diamond, what you'll get is w squared 16, negative 8, 16. What multiplies to be negative, or multiplies to be 16 and adds to be negative 8?
8, 2. No, wait. Yeah.
No. What multiplies to be positive 16 and adds to be negative 8?
Negative 4, negative 4.
Negative 4 and negative 4. So this is negative 4w. This is negative 4w. This is w. This is w. This is minus 4. This is minus 4. So we get w minus 4 squared equals 81. But what we need to do is simplify it. So how do you simplify? If you've got a square on one side and I want to simplify it, if we do it to one side, we do it to the other. So what am I going to do to simplify it?
You're gonna subtract.
We're going to take the square root of each side. So the square root of w minus 4 squared would just be w minus 4. What's the square root of 81? 9.
Hey, that's cool.
Except, what's 9 times 9?
81.
What's negative to 9 times negative 9?
Positive 81.
It's still 81, right? So this 9 can be either positive or negative. Okay? So now what we're going to do is 2 equations, because it can be 2. So w minus 4 can equal positive 9, or w minus 4 can equal negative 9. Solve for both w's, and you have your answer. So add 4 to both sides. W equals 13, and add 4 to both sides. And w equals negative 5. So your answer looks like this, 13 and negative 5. What is that? What that is where the parabola would cross the axis. It would cross the axis at 13 and -5. That's what they say W, but they're really talking about x roots. That's what we're finding, where the parabola crosses the axis.